Hi, how are you? My name is Houston and welcome back to another video. I'm going to be honest, dude. We just got to get right into it because KHAZAN is calling my name. I finished AC Shadows. Just the backlog keeps dropping away. But you know what else keeps happening? Games keep stacking up on it too. Did you see the marathon news? Because I saw the marathon news and I got to say, it's out of this world. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to talk while I'm focused on this stupid lizard boss that destroyed me in the last video, but I'm back with a vengeance and I will do my best to multitask here. So let's do this. Okay, first things first, I switched up my gear a ton. I'm still going to use the spear, but I did a couple runs before this. But I'm kind of glad I didn't beat the boss because I want to do it here. And yeah, I went into my gear and I was like, oh, I got a bunch of gear while I was making my way up to this boss. So here I am just trying to figure out what is actually going to give me the biggest boost against this thing. And I got a fair amount of Ashen Wolf stuff while leading up in this level or in this dungeon, whatever you want to call it. And that's allowed me to get like the stat boost. So like I get a heal, which is a netherworld increase. I get the stamina cost decrease, health recovery increase, which is nice. That extra 20% from each of the netherworld energies. And I'm just now looking at the accessories or my rings. I think I'm going to keep using this stamina recovery ring. Stamina is super important in this game. I find myself, I mean, and this might be me not managing it correctly, but I find myself always running out of stamina. So let's get into this. Let's destroy this lizard guy. I'm still trying to understand like the proper flow of using the spear as well. See, like, those are easy parries. Like, I should be able to hit that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, yeah. The greed paid off. So look, man, this second phase putting me through the ringer. I should dodge those. It's so easy. That's such an easy dodge. Or an easy parry for that matter. Might be my best attempt yet, and that's not really saying much because it's only my third time getting to this second phase. This is terrifying, but really cool. I really respect this like direction that they're taking this. Oh, not good. I also figured out that I can use certain items in order to heal my health, and I have a bunch of them, so you can see that I'm using them now. Oh my god, he takes down so much of my stamina, dude. I'm just gonna keep using these. Oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead, right? I'm using up all these consumables. Why not? What would be funny, though, is if I defeated him on my first attempt starting the video. I can feel it. I want it. Can I make it happen? Oh my god, he does not want me to make it happen. Yes, come on. Come on. Why was I even freaking out? And I got a new spear. First try. This video. Imagine there's a third phase. I gotta say, that boss is quite the skill check for so early in the game. That felt akin to Genichiro in Sekiro. I don't think that you could get past that boss if you didn't start to understand the way that the combat flows in this game. And because I just beat him, I'm now a certified expert on the combat in this game. So anyway, how about that marathon trailer? Actually, just as a side note, how about that cinematic reveal? Because that was one of the greatest short films I've ever seen in my life. It was directed by Alberto Mielgo, who did the Jibaro episode of Love, Death, and Robots. And he did, well, he's done many things, but he was also the production designer and the art director on the first Spider-Verse movie, which obviously was super groundbreaking. And that visual style propelled, I think, the animation industry, especially the animation industry outside of anime. I think it really propelled a lot of ideas forward, or just it propelled opinions on what is possible and what is actually marketable forward quite a bit for the I guess the Hollywood side of animation. But yeah, that cinematic short, honestly, even if you don't care about the game, I think that it's worth watching. It's 8 minutes of pure just visual dessert. It's hard to describe because the marathon has this very distinct and beautiful art direction and visual identity that is and has been put forward by obviously the whole team at Bungie, but mainly Joseph Cross, who is the lead art director at Bungie, or at least for Marathon. He is the lead in that role, and his inspirations from things like Mirror's Edge or Ghost in the Shell and Akira, and sort of retrofuturism and cassette futurism. These brilliant and bright color palettes that aren't afraid to really stand out in so many ways. The game looks fantastic, and even if the gameplay is horrible, I think that they have built something or created something that can be studied just on the visual side. It's incredible to see what they did with Destiny, especially Destiny 2, and how there are so many distinct sigils, there's so many distinct weapon designs, just creature design, all the raid design, and think of everything visually in Destiny 2 that has been put forward since 2017. So many of those people have worked to create a game from the ground up that is distinct in its own way. I mean, and again, I'm talking visually here. I think that it is going to be one of the best looking games art direction wise, because art direction is arguably more important than visual fidelity. And I'm not saying that pretty things aren't great, but my friend Podgy brought up a great example with Wind Waker on the GameCube. That cell shaded style that cell shaded style is present in this game. You can see it on my character right here. It's that sort of toonish toon shader style. That graphical type is timeless because you can't make a toon shader have better texture on the actual surface. Like KHAZAN's skin here isn't going to change much if you're using a toon shader or a cell shading style. I mean, you can define the edges a little bit more, like the fur on my shoulders, but you're not really going to go past that if you're just going for the cell shading, which is why if you go and play Wind Waker, even now in 2025, that game still looks fantastic. That's one of those games that will be remembered forever. And I haven't played it in, 10, 15 years, but I do remember being so in love with the visual identity of it. And in terms of gameplay, I'm not really an extraction shooter guy. I've tried Tarkov, but I gotta be honest, bit too much like a horror game for me. And it just didn't really do much for me. It is what it is. I just figured that that's not the style of game that is for me, so I never really pursued it. But the gameplay loop of Marathon intrigues me because it's kind of like this blend of the Destiny 2 style and what that company, what Bungie is so used to, but it's also bringing in the PvP aspects of a game like Tarkov. But yeah, I think that it's a little bit early to judge Marathon too harshly because you just never know like how the game's actually going to play until you get your hands on it. I think that a lot of people these days are overly critical of games or just releases of new things in general, and I understand that there are a ton of people who are skeptical of AAA releases or just really like big releases in general, especially if they've had a bad experience with that developer. Like, imagine all the people that just hate Destiny. I mean, I doubt that they have much faith in a game like Marathon because, you know, why would they? And, you know, that begs the question, how many people who are used to Destiny and the PvE nature of it and raids and all that, even though there are supposed to be raid-like events in Marathon, which I think will be a really cool way for them to bring their knowledge and bring their experience with creating raids and dungeons and those types of instances or experiences in D2. I think that all that is going to be super valuable for that team and for building out experiences in Marathon, especially real-time events on the three maps launching with the game, and then the fourth map coming right after the release. I know it sounds like I'm trying to sell the game here, but it is something that I'm really excited for, and the main reason for that is because I oh my god, a hidden wall, illusory wall, Dark Souls reference. But yeah, I'm just super excited to finally try and like get into an extraction shooter that pulled me in initially with a you know, like a real visual treat. But yeah, what I was saying about the people who just bash things before they're even released, you don't know how the game is actually going to play. Like you don't know what's actually going to happen when you drop into your first game, or how the interactions are going to go with the other players, like with the PvP nature. So it's just crazy to me that it's like everybody wants things to be dead on arrival, right? You just hate seeing other people have fun if you don't think that you're gonna have fun. Even games that I don't care about, I still want them to do well, because like, why wouldn't you just want other people's creations to just sell well? I mean, of course there are bad people out there that make bad games. I mean, look at somebody like Grums. I mean, he actually doesn't even make a bad game because his game won't even come out. Get fucking beasted. But yeah, there are people out there that completely suck, and if you really suck and you're a bad person, then yeah, maybe the things that you make should fail. But for the most part, and I mean like objectively bad, not like bad as in, oh, I don't like this person. Yeah, you think to yourself, I don't like this person, so everything that they do, this game, I don't like this company, so their next game should fail. Maybe that game's just not for you, and that's okay. People are like, yeah, but this is not the Tarkov killer. Why does everything have to be the Tarkov killer, the COD killer, the CS killer? Like, can't these things just coexist? Oh, the Overwatch killer, like with Marvel Rivals. Things can exist at the same time as other things. Profound, I know. I don't know, dude, it seems like people like that just want to see things fail. They're just negative about everything. Like, they got nothing going on in their life. It's how it always is. The most miserable people that you know, that you ever come across, have nothing going on, and they just kind of suck in general. Most of the time, they're projecting their fears, their insecurities out onto the world and out onto other people. I hope I get into the alpha test of Marathon. I would love to play the game, but if I don't get into the alpha test, then surely I will get into the beta, because it'll be an open beta, right? I do respect anybody that has like valid criticisms of a game, but I've talked about this in a previous video like a long time ago, but I just don't really agree with the whole oh yeah, that's bad because it sucks. Well, actually, no, I said something about that in a video like kind of recently. Maybe I'm just someone who has a positive outlook on life to the point where I want to see things succeed. I just want, I get so excited about the things that I love. Like today, for instance, is the 20th anniversary of Vinland Saga. And I love Vinland Saga. It's my favorite thing on this planet. It is my favorite piece of media. It's my favorite series. And it's something that I hold very, very dear to my heart. And being excited about that, just thinking about being excited makes me more excited because that series has helped me through a lot, and it really like changed the person that I am for the better. I think I hope that every single person on the planet can find their Vinland Saga. And you know what, maybe Marathon will be that for somebody, because there's potential there. There's always potential for a piece of media or a creation that somebody else put their heart and soul into to change the lives of people. If you haven't found that thing yet, because I truly believe that those things exist for everyone, then there's a lot to be said about just going out there and trying a bunch of different things, trying to watch a bunch of different things, trying to engage with a whole lot of ideas. You gotta explore the world, man, because it's a huge world. So many ideas and so many different people producing things, creating things, and there'll never be enough time to enjoy all the things. But like I said, when you do find those things that you really love, it's remarkable. Speaking of Vinland Saga, speaking of series that I love, One Piece is back, and let me tell you, man, if you're not hip to One Piece right now, then you need to get on it, because it's back at an amazing point, and the team has been cooking this past 6 months. So yeah, get on One Piece. Just another quick little media recommendation from your boy, because I got such good taste. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you for listening to me yap about the things that I love, and I feel so strongly about encouraging people to try new things, be excited about things, and don't be afraid to be excited about things. Don't say sorry. Don't preface your excitement with a sorry. If you say, oh, sorry, I'm so geeked out over this, or sorry, I'm a bit of a nerd about, animation, I'm a bit of a nerd about manga, or building keyboards, or audio equipment, or videography, or I don't know, insects. Maybe you love insects. Don't be afraid to talk about the things that you love. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there like that, because eventually that authenticity will be rewarded with more authenticity by people that share a similar love. Me, I love philosophy. Obviously, you should know that by now. And I'm always bringing it up because I'm always thinking about it. So if I told myself that I wasn't going to talk about philosophy around people ever again, then I probably wouldn't say half the things that I ever say in conversation, because that informs my worldview. And that's the thing about really showing up in the world with the things that you love on your mind, because they show the world who you are. It allows you to be 100% authentically you when you are talking to people, when you're making friends, when you're with your friends, when you are just existing, when you're showing the world that you are a unique human being. And that stuff is special, man. As always, thank you for watching. I hope that you appreciated me running through these enemies, and maybe give KHAZAN a try. With that being said, thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one.